Yes, that's right. I'm moving. There. Alright. Now, see if I can't bring it up and around. See.
Can actually pull it up and look.
So, let's see. Here's the knife that I was thinking. This is the bill that goes around. And then, yeah, I don't see. See this twist and turn. Okay, wait a minute. See, there's that thing. See that? That moves, but I don't know how it turns though.
Yeah. Howdy, y'all. We're just having problems with this knot or not tying when we was testing the baler yesterday.
Well, both of them are not tying
Yeah.
or whatnot, but we gotta try to figure out what it is or what the problem is. Yeah, that starts in a certain spot. See, it's pinched. I mean, it's supposed to do what it's supposed to do. There's 4. See, that goes in that one. They showed it in that one. See, it don't show how close or which one it goes. It just goes in one of them. See, it's open here, big opening, and big opening on that side. Then you got that one or that one. So you only got really 2 to choose from when that second string comes up.
Right now, we're just working on this baler knotter on an International 37. We're having troubles with it not tying here really on both of them. Right now, we got this one pulled up looking at it.
That's all we can do is look.
Yeah.
I damn sure don't know what I'm doing. More grease, see there? I get tired of grease.
Well, it is a live stream, so.
Oh, great. I wish you'd get to show me.
And that's not as fun as live streaming stuff, though.
Why shit happens then. See now, see? See, there's that. There's that. There's the knife or something. See, there's nothing there that turns. It's all up in here. This is the only thing that can turn.
Yeah. For those who've seen the videos yesterday, I believe it was, we were running this baler on a John Deere Model 50 tractor at about quarter to a half throttle in those videos. If you haven't seen it, feel free to check them out on my page.
I don't even think it's at high or half idle, Joy. You said you had it all the way down. Unless you revved it up. But I don't know what to tell you.
Well, the spring's set to about a quarter throttle or so, somewhere in that range. A quarter to a half.
Well, just because it sit there, it ain't going that fast. I think. I don't know what to do, Joe. I don't have a grinder. Yeah, I do, but
Yeah, it can be a challenge sometimes. Well, this baler was purchased last year for the season, but we're just now getting around to getting it working. I'm trying to figure out how I had my phone set up here, so there it is.
if you want, you can get that one thing down there on the porch. Put your phone in.
Yeah.
You can do it, because that's the only way we're going to have to actually see this thing going and catch it. You got to do it at slow motion too.
And for those who are new, feel free to subscribe and like the stream, and also share it out if you would like. Tommy's just tightening this knotter back up to where it's supposed to be bolted at right now. Now he's undoing this knotter.
Once in a while, I guess, look at them. I don't know how nothing works. I don't know how tight things are supposed to be.
So I wonder if it won't be better, a better view here, somewhat. Maybe you should have held off on greasing for now.
Grease everywhere.
Folks, this here's Thomas Thorne. Feel free to look him up on YouTube as well. He does have his own YouTube channel. And just look for his picture.
Yeah, look for my ugly mug.
That's beside the point.
Now, see, this one's still caught under there a little bit. I don't think that's a knife, though. I don't know what that is. At least I can get to it now. Look at it.
Yeah. Maybe you should have took that down when we was trying to clean that out yesterday. But I know you didn't think about it.
I don't think about nothing until it's too late. Came out, I guess. Clean. That's what I'm wondering if.
That is supposed to be the knife. That definitely isn't very sharp.
You know, that's what I'm saying. I don't know. That's why I want to take that one off. Or I can take this one off. Doesn't matter. But you gotta hold it now. Get it. See, this one just got washed in or something. Behind it.
Here looks like the knife here.
Yeah, there is a knife or something. don't think it's a knife. It's just something that catches it.
Mm-hmm.
But now, see here? That's the knife.
Yeah.
I think that just catches it.
Mm-hmm.
I do.
Yeah. Well, I hope you get your pumpkins planted today. And the twine is actually in this compartment here. There it comes. But over here's where the twine goes at. As you see, it holds 4 things of twine at once. And this one will be tied into here. Same thing over there. The far one's tied to the closest one to the stringing area here. It's down underneath to the, well, to those needles there. And then from there, we have to trip it manually. And then up there at the flywheel, we have to spin it over by hand.
Stripped. Damn. Okay, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
Something ain't right. Too small.
Huh.
I think shove it in there without even screwing. Now I gotta find me another bolt.
Is it because maybe there's too many washers there?
Mm-mm. No, because that won't work.
Huh.
There ain't no, ain't no threads in it.
Uh-huh.
I ain't go in further. Right, but that's the case.
Yeah.
That means I need a longer bolt. That's what I'm gonna need.
Yeah. It is a interesting machine, yeah.
You got people looking, watching, asking questions.
Yes, a guy that's leaving comments here. And,
Here, let go, let go.
oh,
Yeah.
yeah. And currently there's 9 viewers watching the stream.
My bolt ain't long enough, guys. Wherever you at, there you are. My bolt ain't long enough. So I gotta find me another longer one. Spiders. So, don't know if that's gonna be an issue, but see, there's that. That's why I didn't look at it on this one.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's touching it, so it's gotta be cutting it or doing something. Or they cut it, angled it the wrong way.
Mm-hmm.
What that was it. So there's a knife here on this one. I wonder if they didn't angle it the wrong way. And that's the original knife.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think them were bolts.
For those who are new, we're working on a knotter for an International 37.
They don't feel nothing on this side either.
Yeah.
I don't feel anything. Yeah, until I go to town, I gotta get me a longer one.
Yeah.
Unless I got something over here.
Well, we got bags of somewhere around. I know there's shear bolts around, but don't really want to put one of those in there if we don't have to. But if we got to, we will. But the thing is, I don't remember where we put the shear bolts at. Oh, I see them. Now if they're all there, that's the next question. Oh, mercy. Yeah, I think I found one that might work here. Hey, welcome in everybody. If you're new here, this here's an International 37 baler. The knotters aren't tying, that's what we're trying to fix right now. And for the tractor that runs the machine, it is a John Deere Model 50 tractor. But I think I found a bolt that would work. But chances are we probably don't have the right wrench around. Hold on. Unless if this is it. Hopefully. Nope, even this is too big. So, but it does fit and screw into the holes. There is the thing. Trying doing this without pinching my fingers. Thing is it going to be? Well, I doubt that it would be long enough. Coming to think about that. Well, it's as long as the other bolt is, but the other bolt's just slightly bigger on the head.
Where's all them bolts at from yesterday?
They're right here on the baler. Remember you took them and put them over there?
And you didn't stop me, huh? And you didn't stop me.
I didn't even know
You
they
made
was.
me walk all the way over there.
Well, I didn't see them neither.
See how I have here?
Yeah. I think I found one that might work, except for the head's just slightly smaller.
No, yeah, it's wrong threads. I need regular threaded.
Oh, yeah, those are the wrong threads, aren't they?
Yeah, don't mess that up. Don't lose them washers. Well, that don't work. Well, that's me now.
This might work as a shear bolt, though, if we're lucky on that part.
You're all metric.
Yeah, one of the viewers said that you're getting your steps in.
Yeah, I'm definitely doing that. There ain't nothing in here that'll work.
Here's that other bolt.
We'll put it in there because it ain't gonna work. I got this, oh, what's that? Yeah, we'll get off of it. I don't want to tell you, we can't work on it without that.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I gotta go to town to get it. I don't want to tell you. It is what it is.
That's always some sort of problems.
Yeah, well, I don't want to tell you. If we don't have them, we don't have them.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't nothing I can do about it. So I get another tube of grease. And freeze it, that's all we can do. Or can't do that when it's running. See, there's even a shear bolt there. Looks like. If you asked me to oil it, so that's all you can do.
Yeah. And this pile of hay here is just what we was using to test this baler out with. I guess it might be. From the way it looks.
Probably is, but I mean, because this here, I mean, it needs to be cleaned up.
But yeah, it'd be a trip to town, unfortunately.
Yeah, another trip. More gas. Yeah, I retired. I don't need to be doing all this running around. That needs to come in, and I've already greased that. Or I don't know if I greased this one. I don't think I did. Run the hose out there.
There's a fit in back there. I don't know how well you can see that he thinks he missed when he was greasing. But yeah, here's the tractor. It's a John Deere 50 tractor. Tricycle front. The guy said to pick up a gallon of milk for him.
Okay. I'm afraid what the shipping cost is going to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's about all I can do right now.
Mm-hmm.
Flat washing, this and that. Another tube of grease for it, just in case. I don't know if that really needs sharpening. This, I don't think. This ain't no knife. That's just a thing to, I think, to catch it and bring it around.
Yeah.
When it twists, turns, or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then this one is the real, actual knife.
Like, too bad you can't put maybe a razor blade or something in for the knife.
Yeah, razor blades don't really fit.
That's why I said too bad. Can't.
Wish I had a regular grinding sharpening wheel.
Mm-hmm.
Don't have that either. I just have everything today. Well, since I can't do nothing else here, I just well run town now.
Mm-hmm. Just gotta love these trips to town. Never fails. Turn this camera around so that you can actually look at the action instead of looking at me. But looks like he's just oiling stuff up.
Right, a little bit.
Down there's a little bit of the hay that didn't get cleared through. Oh. And here comes Mom back.
Here comes the boss lady.
Yeah, no kidding.
I don't want no commentaries either.
Too late.
Too late, yep.
Over there's a few of the goats. Not counting what's back there in Tom's junk pile. Not this Tom, but my Uncle Tom. He keeps his junk pile back here by the road and in the road, as you can see back there. Too bad this old boy don't have a loader on him. If it did, that junk wouldn't be in the road. So right now, looks like the threads on the tensioning system's getting oiled up.
Oh, did you find them? I told you that they were done there, weren't they? Like cat had kittens.
Yeah.
Are you okay?
There was a goat over there messing with that bag that the twine was in. Now it's time for this side. And there's the goat. Up there, I don't know if you can tell or not. It's the rest of the goats, or at least a good majority. They'll be there until she hollers for them. Once she hollers for them, they'll go from there down to where they're fed.
If you keep recording them, they'll see.
Is that better? Come on, big bells! Nanas! My finger must have hit it or something. Come on, big bell! Up there's another one in the weeds. Come on! Let's go! Come on, big bells! Let's go! Come on! Up there's the last two. Come on! Let's go! Come on, Big Bells! Nanas! Come on, Big Bells! There goes one. Come on! Get back to the others! You know, they almost look like deers when they're running through the grass. There. They was up here at the pond. I'll climb up here so y'all can see. But we have a pond that's practically a watering hole up here within these trees and stuff. Well, a little bit of trees here. This one, pond here is only probably about a foot or two deep. It's not very deep at all, just really a watering hole. Whew. Got a good view from up here though, over all the junk piles and stuff. One of my mom's junk piles. Well, we call them bib bills and nanas, since we have billies and nannies. And that's what they respond with, so that's what we call them, is bib bills and nanas. Since it's short for billies and nannies. There. Up here you can get a good view of the tractor. Oh. Not really so much the baler from this angle, but for those who are wondering, that truck is not for sale. Little manure pile. I wish I could walk on these hills like goats can. With 4 hooves instead of only 2 feet. Know how much more efficient we would be on hills if humans could do it just as fast as goats. We could only wish, right? And then down there's some old hay that was collected late, so we threw it off behind the barn here. There was a pile of it about as tall as to that barn roof. I'm trying to walk down this hill without falling. We don't actually milk them, but they get sold maybe about every once in 2 or 3 years. Just depends on how many billy goats we have. But for anyone who's seen my video before about that camper trailer clean off, this here's what's left of it as of right now. This floor still needs to come off so that it's stripped down to its frame. And then we was thinking about making a regular trailer out of it. Definitely reinforcing stuff on it. As you can see, it is kind of flimsy. But it is what it is. As you can tell, I am raising that jack up and down. Well, I don't know if you could tell too much, but... And here's the bales that we currently do. We're hoping to get in the square bales. These here are round bales. Here. For those who came in to the stream hoping for some nodder, well, the nodder working stuff, feel free to rewind to the start of the live stream. With the trailer, I'm not completely sure what she wants to do with it. This here's my mom's trailer. She got it practically for free from a cousin of mine who didn't want the camper anymore, so he tore it down, got rid of it. On this. But here's a better look at those bales. It's about the size of a square bale, except for it's round and a lot lighter. And even underneath this barn roof, didn't save it from getting mold. Don't know why they got mold on them. It's dry under here. If anyone knows, please feel free to actually let me know in the comments down below. Also, if you're new here, please consider subscribing to the channel. Liking the stream, it helps the stream out a lot. Helps the channel out a lot. My goal is 500 subscribers. By the end of the year, if we exceed 500 subscribers, then my goal would be to hit 1,000 subscribers before this time next year. If we hit 500 by January of next year. And I'll take you back there if the stream holds up. I will have to go through the barn here. Well, you might be able to tell it once I turn the camera around. If I do lag, I do apologize. But back there's the baler that actually bales those little rounds. Which tractor are you talking about by chance? The little Kubota or the John Deere? This here's the tractor we actually use to bale with the little round bales. Well, squirrels or something up there on top of the barn. Well, birds or squirrels or something. And then back here, that's what's left of a big bale. That's one of the small bales. But for those who have not seen the baling videos, this here is a Kubota BX2380. It is not set up for the backhoe. One way you can tell if they're set up with a backhoe or not from a distance is looking at these rocks. If they are close to the seat like they are now, even with this down, if they're like whatever that is, it's not set up for a backhoe. But if the rocks are about out to where the outside of these lights are, so I believe about where the positioning is, they are set up for the backhoe version. This one is not. As you can see right now, we have the trailer moving on the back. That boom pole here, might be able to tell that it's got a winch on it. This here is my newest attachment for the tractor of a 1,600 pound capacity winch, 8-foot boom pole. I've been thinking about cutting it back to about here or so, and then redoing the support beam thing here so that it's not as hard on the tractor. And I just run it on the back of this 50 here until maybe we get it cut down or something, then maybe the Kubota. Not 100% sure. And this line has a 50-foot line on it. And then this here, just got at just a hardware store. That there I got at a yard sale. Works perfect for this setup. Couldn't ask for a better attachment. It's not very heavy, but it's also heavy enough that you don't want to put this on by yourself, especially when you have to lift up the end to put the top link in for the position on top. Welcome in everybody that is new. I just noticed that it's new. Also, feel free to leave a comment if you're new to my channel, and feel free to subscribe to the channel. I try to keep my content family friendly. Well, no, not even try. I do keep my content family friendly on this channel. And this channel alone is based on the farm. And then live streams, though, maybe during holidays like Christmas, Easter, major holidays. I'm not quite sure if I'll stick to the schedule or not. But here's a better look from behind on the baler. John Deere Model 50. That wagon is currently in process of getting the new floor put on. As you can see, the old was wiped off. We will be leaving those beams on that wagon. But yeah, this little Kubota here's what we use to bale the round bales with. That John Deere 50 is what we'll be using to bale square bales with. And I do have one more tractor. That Kubota is actually my dad's tractor. But for longtime fans, you know I have this Oliver 70 row crop tractor. And with this tractor, it does need an engine rebuild put on. Excuse me. Which on that 50, it does need a settlement bowl. I'm using the settlement bowl off of here and the gas line for that off of here for the 50 for temporary use until I get the funds to get a new settlement bowl. And one thing I did have to do on this tractor was get the carburetor rebuilt. That was my main issue. Now it's burning oil off, so I have to get the engine rebuilt. So that's going to be about a $2,000 expense for anyone who's wondering. Though that would be about my guess estimation after parts and labor. And I don't know how well you can tell, but I did get LED lights put on. The project will hopefully be for this year. If you're talking about that other hay wagon over there, hopefully it gets done this year. I'll have to wait till I get the funds to get the boards for the wagon itself. I do have PayPal, but I will not be sharing that information online. So, little rabbit just ran out here. Well, currently the wish list, I can tell you right now, get the Oliver repaired, get it back functioning, getting the boards to complete this project. We got a conveyor belt in the back of the property that we just recently purchased, getting the funds to convert it to a PTO driven that's not good. But as I was saying, that with that new conveyor that we have, or we purchased, that we're going to convert it from a motor to a power takeoff driven piece of equipment so that we can run it off the tractors. It was supposed to have a motor on it. Whenever we got it, the motor was taken off. So, knowing this information, we just decided that we're going to either convert it to PTO or hydraulics. We're looking more toward PTO driven as of right now. But I'm walking back to where it's at now in the very back of the property. It's kind of a long walk. But hey, at least I'm getting my steps in. Also, I like to ask periodically, what do y'all want to see on the channel? I like to try to keep my stuff based on the viewers. Not based on what I want, but I want ideas from the viewers. What do you want to see? What do you not want to see? Whew. Boy, this is a long walk for a fat boy. The conveyor belt. So farming and fixing. We just currently raise hay. We're not actually crop farmers as of yet. We've been thinking about maybe trying to get into some field corn. We're not quite sure yet. Here's what's left of our garden from like 2 years ago, I think now. I got this prepared last year for planting. That's back when the Oliver was running. I have a live stream where I was spreading the manure at on this. Oh boy. But we just never actually did anything with it. I need to get back here with the brush hog too. That's about the only mower I have for the 50 that I know I can hook up and go with it as of right now is the brush hog. But I need to get back here and get this grass knocked down. Here's the belt that we did get. Here's the raising mechanism. Down there's the pulley that was running to the belt, well, to the motor. You see the motor's completely gone. Don't know what happened to it, but we're just gonna hook it to PTO driven or having it as a hydraulic driven. Don't know what model it is. All I know looks to be about maybe a 10, 14 foot belt, maybe 16. Haven't measured it just yet. But you can see down here's the cables to raise and lower it. Down here's the crank to raise it. They did not actually promise a motor. It was purchased as is. And I did tell them that I was already thinking about putting a PTO driven or drive on it so that we don't actually have to worry about having it on a motor. We can just hook the tractor to it and use the tractor. But also here on the hay rake, I have two New Holland 256 rakes here. Well, camera's facing the wrong way, but with this baling wire will twine here. I was looking to see last year if there ain't any way I can convert this to a hydraulic lift and lower so that it goes down to the exact spot every single time. And also while it went down, it would pull this lever here. She's a little stiff. Here. But anyway, where she would pull this lever and activate the gearbox whenever it lowered. Looks like I'm gonna have to actually get this thing oiled and greased up. here as well. While also maybe loosening that bolt up. But that's no big deal. That's going to be a project for another day here on the farm. So yeah, definitely need to get the tractor back here with the brush hog and do some mowing. That area back there I'm not going to really worry about since no one actually goes back there. I'll just leave that high for the wildlife, things like that. Deers, rabbits, whatever will go in there. Also, if you don't mind me asking, why did you ask if I had PayPal or not? If you don't mind me asking. Over here is another hay wagon. This here's the first one to actually, well, the first one that I actually put a floor on. I was just using the materials that we had in the barn. Old plywood. As you see, it did not hold up. Though, already got a layer in the first hole of plywood. That ain't really a good thing for those who do not know. If there's holes and stuff like that in the plywood or your floor, it could get dangerous. And it could get dangerous fast. Especially if you get in a hurry or you have more than one person on a wagon. Someone trips, they could fall off, they could hurt themselves, or worse. Here's another hay rake that I have. They're both 256 roller bars. Here, I like the other one better personally, since it has the two pieces of metal. This one here just has one. But anyways, let's get back down toward the tractors. For those who are new, I try to keep the streams interesting the best I can with what little I got. For anyone who did subscribe, thank you for your subscription. It does help out the channel, and it helps out the channel a lot. Again, I'm trying to reach 500 subscribers before the end of the year. Okay. Back down at the tractors now. I think I've been rambling long enough. Don't y'all say? even though I'm not going to fire up the baler. Alright, Pumpkin Cloud. If my phone vibrates, it's because of the fact I'm getting text messages. Before I do that, I better take this off. Do not sound too bad. But this here's the baler. I'm not going to turn it on because I don't want to mess nothing up. But yeah, this here's the 50 running in clutch. It doesn't sound too bad. But anyways, I guess I'm going to leave it at that. I got some messages I need to attend to as of right now. So anyways, I guess I'll let you all go for the day. Try to find my fuel shut off. But I will do a video on the fuel shut off. Well, actually no. There was a hard line running from the settlement bolt. This one here is the one for the Oliver. But it starts as a hard line, goes to a soft line, to a fuel shut off, into a filter, into the carburetor. That is a modification that I have made to this tractor for easier fuel shut off, except for I still have to shut the settlement bowl off, otherwise it will leak if I leave that on. But anyways, thanks for watching, y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed. Please consider liking and subscribing. Thank you for watching, and God bless. I will catch you all in the next video.